Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I am Beats by Manuel. Thanks for joining in on today's video. So if you're new to the channel, please do us a solid and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell beside it to get more content, to get notified when we post more content like this one. Yeah, without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. Like the title says, how I record my vocals in 2023. Easy way. Basically what I'm gonna do is simple. First thing I did when I learned this trick is simple. I put up just gonna get rid of this. No, not you. Okay, you. So the mic I have is bearing a B2 Pro. That's what I'm recording with right now. So I just put up the frequency response of the microphone. So basically you can check out the frequency response of a microphone because it's going to depend on this first step that we're going to achieve right now. So I'm basically using the condenser microphone. That's what I'm recording with right now, and it's this line here. So if you look over to this 10K region, you can see that around this 10K region there's a dramatic boost there. So basically what that means is that you're just gonna get unnecessary brightness from your vocals anytime you're recording vocals. If you have talents that have harsh vocals, then those vocals are personally going to be too harsh for you to treat. So I want to state something right now. Basically during mixing there are some stuff you need to take care of. That's fine, but I feel that during mixing I should not be fixing problems that should have been fixed in recording stages. Alright, so if it's too harsh, if it's too thin, if it's too shaky, if it's this, if it's that, I feel you want to fix those during recording stages. You understand? So basically I do not want to be fixing issues when I'm trying to mix. Alright, mixing is an issue on its own to get the vocal from raw state to a finished state. So adding other issues like too thin, too harsh, and other stuff might just overwork. Might just overwork the whole process. Basically what I did is this. This is the channel I'm using. So I'm gonna pull up Fab Filter Pro Q3. Then I'm just gonna open up Feature Mix Rack. Gonna close that for now. So basically these are the two plugins I use as my recording chain. You might think of other ways and other plugins to use during your recording stage. You might just get creative of the whole process, and please don't damage your recordings while doing so. The first thing I do is this. If you notice the frequency response rate we just look at from Google for my microphone, right on this 10K region there's a dramatic boost which can just lead to unnecessary harshness, unnecessary brightness of my vocals. Alright, I'm sure we can come to a compromise that basically the difference between low budget microphones and those $10,000 microphones or 100,000 microphones is how flat their frequency response is, especially on the high end. Alright, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to make mean of this. So basically what I'm gonna do here is this. I'm gonna just drop this down right on this 10K region. So I'm just gonna make this dynamic, bring it down over there, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit further. I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit further. So if you're listening with a pair of headphones right now, which I highly recommend, you can notice that my vocals have tend to chill out on the high end a little bit. So I'm just gonna try to use harsh sibilance and voices right now to just make sure that you can hear the difference. Okay, so I'm just gonna do an after and before scenario right here so you can tell the difference. So here's before, so, and here's after, so you can just hear the difference between how it was before. So basically what you want to do is just to mess around with this, don't overdo it. The reason why we are making this dynamic is because we don't just want to squash all the frequencies in that 10K region, so that's just going to ruin our recording. All right, so basically anything that's just going to cause unnecessary harshness, unnecessary brightness, over dramatic brightness to your vocals, your recording, this is going to fix that. All right, basically I'm actually calm recording this right now, so your talent that's either singing or saying something different might not be this calm, and trust me, it's gonna ruin. Okay, this is where we always fight with suits to try and get the best out of our recordings, because our recordings are overly harsh most of the times. All right, so try this technique. If it works for you, tweak the settings around and see what works for you. It's not a must, you must do this, but I feel this is necessary, right? Because I just feel like if I'm having like, if I do not do if I don't make this step and I want to have a bright mix, it's definitely going to haunt me down later in the future. So this is just like an easy way to just fix it before you go into your whole mixing stage. Basically, the next thing I do is this. I use Virtual Mix Rack, and I use just one plugin of it. I'm just gonna get rid of all this stuff right here, and I'm gonna pull up Gate Classic. So I've tried this method with other gates, it just doesn't work. It's gonna ruin your audio. So basically, here's the deal with this. You know, this stuff where while growing up, I watched some videos on YouTube, and they tell you have to clean in between your vocals so that you don't have noise and other stuff, just to make your vocals sound professional. But this is gonna help you do that, right? This is gonna help you achieve that. So here's the catch. If your talent is trying to be dramatic with his vocal flows, you don't want to set the threshold too high, because then it might not pick up some certain elements in that vocals. All right, some certain part, if it's too low, it's not gonna pick it up. It's gonna pick up a little bit, but unless that vocal is kind of loud out. So first thing you want to do is to make sure that the whole environment is quiet enough, as much as you can get it for that vocal. You understand? So you can just dial the threshold down a little bit to just accommodate even the slightest or the lowest kind of voices. You understand? So I'm just gonna use. So right now, I'm recording my home studio. My fan is on. My laptop is making hell of a noise. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the clean vocal preset to try and demonstrate this. So I'm just gonna take the threshold up a little bit. You can also mess with the release and attack to get the flavor you want. Please, when you're doing this, if at all you're gonna do this, tweak it to get the best results. All right. So because, like I said before, if you do these settings wrong, and you have and your talent wants to be dramatic with his or her singing, if it's too low, this is not gonna pick it up. All right, so make sure that, basically, like I said before, make sure you have the room as quiet as you can. And if your client doesn't have breath control, this is not gonna work for you. It's gonna work for you only if the client is quiet. All right, between vocal takes, that's only when it's going to work for you. But if your client is singing and has bad breath control, it's basically not going to work for you, because if you and it's going to pick it up and it's not necessary. So if your client has bad breath control, then there's no need to use this method, because it's just of no use. All right, so you still have to either use a deep breath or just go in there to clean up yourself. But if he or she has good breath control and all that stuff, then yeah, you can use this method. It works best. What we can do is this. What I do is this. I change this to post effects. So what this is that at this point in time, anything you record, all these settings you've used here is going to be printed on the audio, and you can't make any other changes to it. So you can have your first take, your second take, and make sure that it's all cool. All right, then why going between these takes, you can just be dialing this and tweaking all that stuff to make sure that it sounds all right. Do not overdo this section, please, so you don't kill the quality and the originality of your vocals. So I'm just going to show you how this guy works right now. So basically I'm just going to turn this down. All right, so if I try to record something right now, one, two, three, four. Basically that's all I can do right now. So if you can hear how noisy this is right now, if you're on a pair of headphones, which I highly recommend, you can hear how noisy this is right now, like the whole environment is. But in that, you can see with these waveforms that it's pretty quiet before and after each vocal. You understand? So right now, unless there's a breath in between these vocals, I do not necessarily have to go in to start cutting in between these vocals. You understand? So basically this is how I record my vocals, especially when I'm in a noisy environment. Use the feature mix rack to deal with that. And if my microphone is too harsh, which majority of the time it is, it just gives me a result, and I pray it gives you a result also. You might tweak it to your taste, and I hope this helps you. Alright, thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, please do us a solid and subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell beside it to get notified when more videos like this comes up. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the video. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's fine. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.